Hello. It is the Go Birds podcast. Elliot Tripp Parks, James Seltzer with you. E,
a little
what
bit
up,
of a
pal?
different intro voice there.
Yeah, I'm talking about cash, because, Elliot was just saying to Tucker and I, oh my God, training camp is so close.
It
I'm
really
like,
is.
It's really not. We're 35 days away, so it felt like a very casual open.
But let me ask this.
To show how casual I am right now about football.
If I would have asked you
there's only one football happening in America right now.
You don't have to tell me.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, we'll talk about that in a second.
What a joy.
But, if I would have asked you prior to you hearing 35 days, I guess you could have guessed if you actually spent more than a second. I have a general idea. But it just doesn't feel like it should be a month away.
No, that feels about right to me.
Yeah? Well, I'm happy about it.
I'm ready to get smiling right now.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have that many more shows until we do it.
I know.
Which is both, I guess, a good thing in a way.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll talk about the Jalen Carter thing, but I can't decide how much of the Jalen Carter thing is like, just the AJ thing is over.
And there's just nothing else to talk about.
That could honestly just be it, but we'll get into it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, the World Cup has been
amazing.
Dude, it's hard for me to compare like if it's the best World Cup ever. Cause like
we're not in other
places. In like 96, which is I think viewed as one of the best
94.
94. Yeah. 94 is viewed as one of the best ones, but like I was 8, 7. So like it's hard for me to take in. I just feel like this one. I mean,
obviously we're American, so we're gonna, I don't know, but here's what I'll say.
But even just that,
I agree with you. I think it is the first time in a long time there has been real American pride across the country.
Definitely.
Like we've been a very divided country, obviously, since I'm not breaking any news here.
Yeah, not
and
to
it
get
feels
political.
like, and I don't even mean to get it. I'm just saying that we have been, and it feels like this has brought a lot of people together. I mean, the games have been fun. Like, I'm a second TV guy. It's been a perfect second TV thing. And obviously the US playing well, I think really helps. Yeah. But I think the biggest thing has been the like social media videos and it really feels like all these people from other countries are coming here and having these amazing experiences and bringing people together and bringing areas together. I mean, like Scotland and Boston are now like connected forever.
New team.
Glasgow and Boston have like an agreement.
Surprising.
I know, but it's Irish. It's the most Irish city on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, so outside of, cities actually in Ireland, of course. So it's been beautiful. I mean, Kansas and Algeria now have a thing. I mean, we've had Brazilians here and French and Ecuador. I see videos of Brazilians saying this is the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. Dude, like all this stuff, watching the Norwegians, my people. Yes. I'm a quarter Norwegian doing the row.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff I said last time. I think that the Take Me Home Country Road video, maybe my favorite video of the year.
I think it should be their new thing.
Full stop.
Yeah, it should be their new thing.
So yeah, it has been like, dare I use this word? Magical so far.
Well, and sometimes I feel like there's no way to talk about this without sounding like corny and over the top.
Especially for you.
Yeah.
Because you're Mr. Soccer guy.
Exactly.
I can come in as outside guy and be like, look at this.
I just think it's truly brought the best out in people, which is awesome to see. Like when I was at the FIFA Fest, it was like there was Brazilian fans, Norwegian fans of England. Obviously me and my brother there, like, we're from America. Mm-hmm. And like buying each other drinks, taking photos, talking. Like it is just cool how to your point, like it brings down all, I feel like, the tension that like is there in everyday life, which has been very cool. But in terms of just the soccer, I feel like people aren't fully processing how insane it is that in Mbappe, Messi, and Haaland each scored 2
all
goals.
Playing amazing.
Each scored 2
on
goals
the same day.
on 2 separate days.
Yeah,
like it's happened twice. Like the only thing I can think of.
I mean, like, look, just Messi breaking the World Cup goal record.
Mbappe's about to do
in his first game.
Yeah.
And those guys pop too. Like it's one of those things where when I watch, and I've probably seen, because I don't watch a lot of EPL or whatever that's, I've probably seen prior to this World Cup Mbappe playing 5 times in my life, and I've watched every game he's playing. But like all 5 times he jumped off the screen.
The way he runs is crazy,
dude. He jumps. Off, it's like, oh, I get it. With all these great players, Holland or whatever the guy's name is, Norwegian guy, like all these guys, they jump off the screen. It is like, oh, it is clear you're better than the other dudes. It's awesome to watch.
There's definitely things I want to take from this and integrate into like American sports. I love the like he's inevitable. Like when they talk about Haaland, like
well, you know where that comes
inevitable.
from.
No, I mean
Thanos, buddy.
Are you sure? Like that's where it originated? Or
no, I'm sure it's happened over time, but Thanos was the most popular I am inevitable in a long time.
Okay, is it? All right, yeah. So I think it's so cool. Like,
inevitable.
Like, in 2024, Saquon scoring, like he's inevitable. Yeah. Like I think it's a great thing. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. And I feel like the singing after games is very cool.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That
the
singing during games, the Scotland doing their the national anthem thing, like all these moments. And look, I'm going to get romantic here.
All right, then I have some super quick.
I'm going to get romantic here, but that like ultimately, at the end of the day, that's why we love sports. Like, we love to root for the team in our city that is our team, and that's part of it. But the other part of it, like, if Philly's not involved, why would you even watch another game, right? It's because we love sports. We love the drama. We love the romance. We love the stories, the narratives, the whole thing. And this is that on steroids, because it is the world instead of just America. And these stories are so big and so meaningful. I mean, the Cape Verde guy, like, are you kidding me?
Like 8 million
what
followers.
A story. And then you hear him talk, and it's beautiful. And there's so many. I mean, the fact that Cape Verde might make the knockout round. It's a country of 500,000 people.
Curacao might make it.
That's what I mean.
Dead last seed.
Like, so it has been really it's felt so joyful and so like such a celebration of why we love sports.
Well, and I'm sure you went over this on the morning show because it was a morning show poll, but you guys tweeted out like how interested in the World Cup are you?
People are interested.
In the last result I saw, at least, it could have changed, but 45% was a lot.
Yeah, and then I think there's context that we put out a poll prior to the World Cup saying how interested are you, and over 50% of people said they weren't interested at all.
So
Zero.
I
like no, not at all was the answer.
Now I don't think it's going to change how we like. I don't think all of a sudden MLS we went bigger.
But I do
it's
think,
a magical event.
I do think that if the U.S. goes on a run, let's say 8 or something like that, it plays for real, and this beauty of the whole thing continues, and it's a great final. I agree with you. It's not all of a sudden soccer's not going to leapfrog
the union
other sports
pop off.
But I do think it can get young people interested in soccer. It can start the process of soccer. It could be a big step forward for soccer in America.
Yeah, 100%. So England today, be rooting for them.
Oh yeah. So I'm assuming you're like U.S. Obviously, we're all rooting for U.S.
So I got 3 teams I care. Like,
same. I'm France and Norway because I'm a quarter French. I'm a quarter Norwegian. I grew up with the family from those countries. Like, I know Norwegians. I know French people. So but it's not close to as big as USA for me, obviously. Right. But I do feel a connection there.
So I feel USA,
England, obviously,
and then Brazil. Brazil from being there, but also just like honestly, well, like
let me pick the most famous team that was one.
No, I know exactly. It's not like
I've been there.
It's not like some, but also I will say being at Xfinity this past
Brazilian
Friday,
fans are the best.
Yeah,
fans.
it was really.
It's not even close.
And I feel like with them, they would just be so happy if they won. I know every fan base won.
Well, they've won it like 6 times.
I know.
It's like, yeah, we're good.
I just think they would care more than most.
I want someone. I'm always if you haven't won, get a chip out there.
Well, all right. So here's a good one. It was going to be a final thought, but might as well keep it going. Would America winning the World Cup be I put this in the group chat.
Yeah, I saw this, but I never responded.
The greatest sports accomplishment ever.
So,
and obviously it's a tough thing to compare.
It's impossible to compare.
Right. But I just think in terms of like impact, the reaction, I want to say like how
I think it would be one of the most
unexpected. And like, it would be crazier if Curacao won it, right?
Sure.
But like, I think there would be something that people would not react well to about USA winning the World Cup outside this country.
Well, I mean, I mean, Tim Howard said they can't.
No, I know. I saw that. Yeah.
Chill out.
I think it would be, miracle is what he brought up. I think that's a good one.
It's hard to compare. I
guess they're not as big of an underdog because I'm making it out to seem like they're like a top 15 team.
I think the U.S. beating the Russians in 1980 was a bigger upset. Like that game was a bigger upset. The Russians had never lost,
and there was a political aspect. Of
and there was the Cold War part of it,
which
adds a big part of it. So, but I think it'll be up there. It'd be a fascinating one. I think Tucker's right. I think Miracle on Ice probably, but again, it's also like. You also get into individual accomplishments versus country versus team versus all these things. Jesse Owens in front of Hitler, like that's pretty big. You know what I mean? Like, so it's hard to like
if you had to list
parse it. But I think it would be a really one of the true unexpected biggest sports results, to use a soccer term, of our lifetime, without a doubt.
So this is another maybe long conversation, but I've been thinking a lot recently in the last 18 hours about like who's the best athlete of all time. I'm just curious. I'm not even going to debate it, but and
we're talking when we say athlete, we're not talking like pure athleticism. We're talking best player in a sport.
Correct. Yes.
It's like Usain Bolt or whatever. Right. Or Jesse Owens or Carl Lewis or whatever.
Yes. You could include them if you wanted. I just mean like Tom Brady is one of the best athletes of all time. He's obviously not one of the most athletic people.
And so is Michael Phelps, for example.
Correct. Sure. But if you had to say your top 5 athletes ever, just short list, because I've been thinking about who belongs on there. Like for me, it's like Messi, Muhammad Ali, Wayne Gretzky, Jordan,
Sure.
Brady.
I think my list would be pretty similar.
You could put like Tiger, maybe
my list would be very similar. I'm all the names that you said,
I'm like missing out.
These are the ones that pop right in my head there. So I think there are probably other people in sports that maybe we don't give quite as much. Like Serena Williams should probably be on the list, or
Secretariat.
A horse.
Seriously though, I mean, like Secretariat doesn't count because he's a horse, but Secretariat is the ultimate if he were counted. I mean,
I also think it should,
but he doesn't count. It's a horse.
Why not?
Because he's not a person.
He loved to race.
You did.
But I did just. So have you guys ever actually watched the full race before?
Of Secretariat?
No. Of Secretariat, the actual Secretariat.
Which one?
I'm talking about. Yes, of course. Yes, the Belmont. Have you watched it before?
Yeah.
It is. So I had seen the final stretch before, and I had seen the picture. You know that famous picture. I had never actually watched the full race till recently. It was on Twitter. I just watched it. It is miraculous.
He's a tremendous machine.
It's one of those things. Well, they're going together for a while, and then all of a sudden he just takes off, and it's like the others are just like static. They're like the same, and he just keeps going and going and go. It really is a miraculous thing.
I'm more into putting Secretariat on the list than I thought initially.
I mean, Secretariat would be very high. But then the question
is, what about the person that rode the horse?
Great question.
It's just along for the ride.
No, in theory, they matter.
Hell of a ride, man.
Yeah.
Hell of a ride.
Speaking of great athleticism,
yes.
I'm entering a pickleball tournament this weekend.
Oh, really?
So Connor Barwin, Make the World
shout
Better
out to great Connor Barwin, great guy.
Yep. He's doing a pickleball tournament this weekend in Sea Isle. Me and Pat Gallen.
Oh, really?
I texted you about this, asking
you
if you wanted to
texted
be
me
my
if I could do it.
That's
but
right. Yeah,
okay. I didn't know you were Pat. I love Pat.
Yeah,
I've known Pat for
Pat's
15 years or whatever.
I feel like very similar to me.
Pat and I worked together once upon a time. I love Pat Gallen. That's my guy.
That.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were at the other place together.
Yeah.
I love
Pat's
Pat
the man.
Such an awesome guy.
So,
like a great, and also like probably a better pickleball player than I am. I think he I don't know that he plays or not, but he's like an athlete, Pat. You know?
He seems athletic. I would agree. I mean, I don't know if he's a great athlete.
No, but I mean, he's like in shape.
Yeah, he's no Secretariat.
Yes. Yeah, he's no Secretariat.
He's no Secretariat. Hell of a pickleball player.
So two things off that before we
wild to watch
before we get to the Eagles.
Surreal.
We should name the pod before we get to the Eagles. Never get there. So first one. He says pickleball's really hard. I find that hard to believe. Isn't
it just tennis?
Small
tiny tennis?
Yeah, you don't even have to serve overhand. I feel like it's the easy part of
I'm
tennis.
pretty sure I'd be better at pickleball than tennis.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So he said he was in it last year, and he said he got beat by like 2 70-year-olds or something. So maybe he's not good.
I do think if you play pickleball, no matter what age you are, you're probably better at pickleball than people who don't play pickleball.
There's not much moving, so maybe our athleticism doesn't help.
I think but if you've never played, like it's probably an advantage to play. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed. Yeah. So we have to think of a name for our team.
Ooh.
All right. So we both saw Oasis. I saw them 3 times. No big deal.
No big deal.
What do you think of Champagne Super Servers?
Sure.
You like it?
Yeah.
The other one I was thinking was
I would have gone with the Cornichons.
What is that?
See.
Is that Oasis?
But no, Tucker, you know what a Cornichon is?
No.
It's a mini pickle.
So I was thinking pickle by pickle.
Yeah, it's little Cornichons. Pickles.
I like that. Now,
clever.
I don't like the connotation.
There's a great line in Frasier that Emily and I always say to each other whenever pickle comes up. There's like, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Well, it's actually more of a Cornichon.
That is good.
It's a great line.
So that is a good line.
Whenever like we're in a pickle, whatever, always
that is good. So I'm gonna practice tomorrow. I'll let you know how it goes.
You should.
I'm gonna take like a class at the gym. It's like
we should live stream that.
I like that Elliot.
If you want to come,
if you're not watching the YouTube, which I know a lot of people don't, Elliot just mimed playing pickleball with both hands.
Yeah, both
as he will have paddles in 2
back
arms,
and forth.
Like amphibian.
I feel like I'm going to be awesome at it. But
I said amphibian.
Ambidextrous.
Thank you. I know.
Yeah.
But I was thinking more also like with multiple legs out, like you're
like
some sort of like lizard.
Or like an octopus.
I was trying to combine both things, and it
would be cool if you could play with 2 paddles.
Sure.
Why not?
Just did
at
that.
this point. Like it's not tennis.
Like,
yeah.
So I like that you're like, there should be no rules. It's a dumb game anyway.
Yeah. So I'll let you know.
Basically saying.
Well, it might rain too, so we'll see. Speaking of rain.
So you want to get into this?
Might as well before we get to the Eagles.
Sure. Before we get to the Eagles.
That's the title. I just there's no way Jeffrey Lurie, he might have even been there. I'm not sure, but there's no way he was watching that and not thinking like, here we go. This is the proof needed. Now, here's what I will say. I haven't tweeted this because it's against
for those who don't know, if you're not locked in on the World Cup, the reason
there was a 2-hour rain delay for the France.
Just for it's possible.
No, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. Yeah. The aerial shots have been awesome.
Unbelievable.
That is the best argument against
like the drone shot that like kind of pulls back.
Yes.
It's super cool. And look, shout out, not that I would expect anything less, but other people not from here might have. Like, shout out to Philly.
Mhm.
We've looked awesome.
Philly's been amazing.
Amazing.
I agree 100%.
And again, like that Brazilian, did you see that interview with the Brazilian guy? It's two different Brazilian
from
guys.
outside the art museum.
But yes, one says it's the most beautiful place I've ever been. And the other guy was like, these are the nicest people I've ever met in my life. And it's like, you know what? Yeah,
it's
you're
good.
damn
it's
right.
It's a good outside view, too.
As it should. Like,
yeah.
we get such crap for so many things. Like, we know if you're here, like, it's real. Like, the brotherly love thing is real.
Well,
like, people here rock, dude.
Philadelphia is an objectively beautiful city.
Yes,
like,
dude, the skyline is beautiful.
The
City Hall, you're looking down Broad Street.
100%.
The City Hall rising up right above
the
you.
architecture.
Old City is amazing, and not most cities don't have something like that. I'm so with you. I think Philly does. I love that because Philly doesn't get the credit it deserves as a beautiful city.
I agree
we're
with
like
that.
New York and all. And I like New York as a city. I love it. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think New York's like a beautiful city.
No,
like,
I agree. I think New York's a
beautiful,
great city. It's awesome. I totally agree.
Yeah,
and honestly, a lot less beautiful than it used to be. Like a lot of new buildings, a lot of more.
For sure.
Like,
Philly, I think in terms of cities is like obviously I'm biased,
up there.
But yeah, up there.
I agree.
And it's good to hear like an objective person.
I totally agree, especially with just come from New York and they're saying.
Well, the other thing that they've really been reacting to, which is surprising, is the stadiums.
Yeah.
Which, having been to like a few overseas stadiums, it's not that surprising. Like they have a few huge stadiums over there, but they don't compare. Like people are blown away by the Houston Texans stadium, which I think in America is not viewed as like
that's
an architectural feat, right?
Like Reliant Stadium.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't even know what it's called. Yeah. It's like a fine stadium.
It was Reliant. I might
that was
change
NRG.
It was
probably
NRG.
is NRG.
Reliant,
was it originally Reliant?
Isn't that the Raiders? Or is that?
I don't know.
The Raiders is something along those. Yeah, Allegiant is what it is. But they are blown away by the stadium. So like even when I saw Oasis, no big deal to me 3 times. Like in the Cardiff Stadium.
Wait, how many times did you see them?
3.
Okay.
3 separate times.
I missed
opening
that.
night, second night, and in New York. No big deal. Again. But like the Cardiff Stadium like is like fine. You know, like they just don't, they're not as big as they are here, like all those things. So
you want to hear something crazy?
Yes.
So it's currently NRG Stadium. Well, currently it's Houston Stadium.
Yes. Which is so weird.
Yeah.
But it's NRG Stadium, and then once the World Cup's over, it'll be Reliant Stadium.
Wow. So
what?
I will say good chance to transition.
So we hit all of it.
Like,
we all did
to
it.
transition.
We just crushed that, dude.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Well, did you see they were going seat by seat and covering up the Gillette? Like, so how many seats are in Gillette? Probably like 70,000 or whatever.
Something like that.
And they little 70,000 pieces
so
of tape.
I'm assuming this is because those companies didn't pay for the rights for the World Cup and thus they're not naming them.
Yeah, I don't even know if FIFA allowed them to. Like,
that's
this
what
is
I'm
every
wondering.
single
Yeah,
stadium.
that's what I mean. Yeah, I know it's been Philadelphia.
Right, like they're doing it in the lower bowls.
Yeah, it's
like
pretty wild.
I respect it to a degree.
Hey,
like the commitment to it is.
You pay us.
Yeah.
I get that. All right. So are we Eagles or
I think it's time for the Eagles.
Before we get to anything else in the before we get to the Eagles?
I can't think of anything else. I mean, the draft's tonight, which is crazy.
The Bryce Harper cycle. You want to comment on that?
Oh yeah,
it's been a real.
So we actually
last year. People are very mad at me.
Yeah, we might disagree on this.
Okay, good.
So
good to get you pro Bryce. I like this.
Like I think it's pretty simple. A cycle's cool.
Well, so
like, I don't think it's that deep.
I don't really, just for what it's worth, I think Bryce's comments about the cycle were what bothered me. I don't really care about.
So
I think cycles are overrated.
Give me your opinion.
So I think cycles are a little overrated. Like, who cares? Like, my point being that Kyle Schwarber had 3 home runs in the same game, and no one's talking about a way better baseball game. Like,
honest question: you think there's been more games with 3 home runs?
No, there are more. There are more 3 home runs than cycles, but
yeah.
I don't care. Like, again, a cycle is an arbitrary thing. It's like cool, like a single, a double, a triple, a home run.
Yeah,
it's cool. But again, it is like. So if he hit 2 doubles and a triple and a homer, inarguably a better baseball game. Like,
yeah, for sure. I get that.
People would not talk about it, and they wouldn't be this cool thing that he did, even though it's a better game. So like, I've always thought that's a little weird, but like, I have no problem with the cycle, like whatever. My issue is that he said like, I'm always going to run like that, and made it seem like he always runs hard when we've seen this guy, and I have no problem with him not running out every ground ball, but he doesn't. Yeah. We've seen him hit fly balls that he thought were homers and not run at first, and then he ends up getting on second instead of third because he didn't run hard from the beginning. So it's like this whole like, oh, well, I always run super hard. It's like, you don't though. Like it just felt like a little disingenuous to me the way he framed it. So, but like over the cycle, I don't care. I think it was a double, not a triple, and that I know the rule book says because he never stopped running. But if they had thrown a 30, would have been out by half the base path. Sure. So I'm happy for him if he cares. He clearly did. Like, good for you. I just think we make too much of cycles. Like Jack and I have had this discussion on high ups for years because Jack loves cycles. I just think I think we give so much credit to a cycle and not enough to like a 2-homer, 2-hit game that's a better game.
Right. So I agree with a lot of what you said there. I think the cycle thing is purely preference. Like,
yes,
I think it's cool.
Just cool.
Yeah,
I get it.
I do think the nickname Brycicle is very,
I haven't heard that.
Is
that
very
is a good
awesome.
Nickname.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So my thoughts on that would be, one, I agree with you that Bryce, the way he runs a base pass, ultimately is dumb.
It's bad.
Yes.
It hurts his team. And he had a playoff game.
How do you get that in a close game? Exactly.
Attaboy Harper happened at a playoff game. They lost a playoff game because of his base running, okay?
So I agree with you. I think that he is, to a degree, like, selfish when he runs and reckless, right? And there's definitely times he doesn't run out of the base path. I don't care about that.
I don't either.
I've never been.
I don't either. Just don't front like you run hard every play, because you don't. It was just more the disingenuousness of the comments.
I agree with you that him taking this opportunity to do like
exactly
some big defensive,
that was my issue.
Running.
That was my whole issue. That's the crux of my issue.
But what I would also say that I appreciate about Bryce is he does seem like he is genuinely a huge baseball historian fan.
He is.
And I do think it meant a lot to him to get a cycle.
I agree.
Like, I think that he likes to have that feather in his cap.
The best response I've heard yet.
Yeah, like I think that really mattered to him. I also, and this is somewhat similar to the Joel MVP thing, like I'm okay when athletes are honest about wanting individual accomplishments. Like, I'm fine with that. I don't think it makes
He wasn't, though. Like, other than saying he was going for the cycle, but he's making...
No, you're right. He defended it poorly.
That's my issue.
I think
if he had been like, I wanted a cycle, I'd be like, okay, good for you.
It was 12-0 or whatever the score was. Yeah.
I had no problem with him going for third base. Like, that was not my issue. It was how he talked about it after.
Now, let me ask you this.
And I also don't think it was a real deal triple, but I know the rule book says it was.
So I like, maybe I'm wrong with this, but if that game was 0-0 or 1-0 or whatever, going to third would have been dumb.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
I agree.
It would have been moronic.
So he is reckless on the base pass.
Yes.
And
we all know that.
I don't think it's fair. And I think Rob Thompson said this before he got fired, which honestly is part of Rob Thompson, is like, well, that's just who he is.
Yeah.
That can't just be who you are. Like, you can't just accept. That would be like if with Tariq Woolen, right? If it's like, well, he gets personal fouls, that's just who he is. Well, nobody, like, this impacts you. That's why you're not getting paid. So I agree with you, but I just think I'm okay with him being excited he got the cycle.
I am too. Yeah, I had no problem with that.
I like cycles. That's just a preference thing.
Yeah,
but I think
look,
cool.
I don't hate cycles. I just think that we overrate cycles.
I agree with your point that if someone had 3 triples in a game, that's objectively a better game than a first, second.
And it's really just in the exact same game. We had someone who hit 3 home runs, like Kyle Schwarber, inarguably a more impactful,
for sure,
important game. But all we talk about is the cycle, not the 3-homer game. I just think that's a little weird.
Baseball, more than other sports, appreciates rarity.
It does.
And I think a cycle is more rare. I don't know by how much, but by
it's by like it's like 400 to something.
Okay,
so it's like it's substantially more rare, but both are pretty rare.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
So yeah, look, good for Bryce.
I think Bryce. The other thing, like, and Spike will just, Spike did the whole he's selfish thing. Like, doesn't seem like he'll play the outfield, won't bat second.
Yep.
Like there is enough there where I think you can build argument.
And again, I'm not even
that
going there. I have no problem with all that kind of stuff. I don't want him playing the outfield. I wish he would bat second, but like whatever. I didn't like him fronting like he always.
I agree with you.
That was my issue.
I'm also okay though with like stars getting preferential
treatment. I am too. If you're great, you get.
Yeah, like if Bryce is better batting second and he's gonna.
I agree. If he's more comfortable, whatever, I'm good with that. I agree.
Yeah, like if Joel wants to play a certain way.
That's my point. I don't have a huge issue. I don't want him moving to right field. I don't care if he bats second. I would prefer it, but it's not like a thing that I'm going to hammer on.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that.
All right. Anything else before?
I think it's fine.
How about, you know what, before we get to the Eagles, let's do something important, because Elliot, the offseason workouts are in full swing. The roster is set. I guess the offseason workouts are really, they're working out. Yeah, they're doing their own workouts, hopefully. While most fans are already dreaming about deep playoff runs in the winter, the focus right now has to be on the thermometer, Elliot, because June's here. June's getting close to over, and that heavy Philly humidity, it's officially on the blitz. If a home is still relying on old builder-grade windows, the AC is going to be playing way too many snaps this summer.
That simply is the truth. You can't win a championship with a weak secondary, and you can't keep a house cool with leaky windows. It's literally impossible.
Yeah, can't do it.
It will just leak out.
Can't do it.
Homeowners need an elite defense, and that, my friends, is Window Nation. They were recently ranked highest on Forbes' list of best window installation companies. The Window Nation crews operate like a well-oiled machine, averaging over a decade of experience, and they can typically have an entire home upgraded in just one day. God, that'd be so sweet to get it done in one day.
And just done. And now it's upgraded.
Also, it's less time your air is leaking out.
Yeah, and you're upgraded.
You should think about that.
You want to be not downgraded.
Yes.
Upgraded. That's the key.
Throughout
the month of June. So get this done now. You got a week left. Window Nation is running the buy 4 windows, get 4 free sale. Great deal. Homeowners can replace every window in the house and get half of them for $0. Plus, it's easy to get in the game with 0 down, no payments or interest for 2 full years. Unbelievable.
Plus, custom built windows and a lifetime warranty. It's pretty good. And those both mean that the home stays protected long after the summer heat fades. But the sale ends soon. So head to windownation.com to schedule a fast, free consultation.
Let's get to the Eagles.
Let's do it.
All right.
So Jalen Carter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here would be my.
So real quick, just why this has become a thing again for those who missed it.
Jeffrey Simmons signed the $100 million.
Signed the $100 million, and then Emmanuel Acho and also Fox Sports talked about the potential of an Eagles-Niners trade.
Yeah.
And Emmanuel Acho came out and didn't just say he thinks they should. He said he thinks they will trade Jalen Carter.
Which is interesting.
Interesting. And look, him and Shady, they know people.
Well, and it's also worth noting, Acho has a powerful agent.
Yeah.
Like his agent is one of, if not the most powerful agents. Now, I don't think he represents, no, he doesn't. He doesn't represent Jalen Carter because it's not true.
Is it Mulugeta as his agent? Yeah, he's the most powerful. So.
Yeah, I think he is currently the most.
Right now he's got the most big clients.
I would agree with that. So he could be hearing things, right? And he's with LaShawn, who obviously has connections to the Eagles, right?
So it's interesting that he said it, if nothing else.
Albert Breer, I don't know if you guys talked about this, said in a recent article, he was asked flat out, have you heard if the Eagles are hesitant to pay Jalen Carter? And he said yes. So that's all the information.
All right. So with all that information there, and again, we also thought the seeming hold in, not doing the team drills and all that stuff. We've obviously talked about this a lot. Where are you at with the whole Jalen Carter thing? Tea leaf reading is one of your I want to say like specialties. I don't want to say specialties. I need to say it fancy. Like it's one of your specialties. You're so good at it.
Thank you.
Read the tea leaves.
I think they're going to pay him. That's ultimately where I come down on. Because put it this way, I don't think they'll trade him this year. I do not think they will trade him before the start of the season. I would be very surprised, right? Like how he loves to pay the guys he drafts, how he feels a special ownership of the guys he drafts. I think trading Jalen Carter wouldn't be admitting a mistake because obviously he helped him win a Super Bowl. But I think if you have to trade Jalen Carter because of off the field concerns, it does speak to your evaluation before you drafted him, right? So I think if they trade him, there would be some level of admitting, look, we brought this guy in our building. We thought we could get him on the right path, and maybe we didn't. But I would also say this, like, first of all, I don't have all the information, and I don't hear everything, But having been around Jalen Carter and the Eagles for 3 years, like, I feel like I can get a pretty good read on when the team doesn't like somebody. I don't think they dislike Jalen Carter. Like, I would say they might dislike Nolan Smith more than they dislike Jalen Carter, right? So...
And somehow, other than on the field, Nolan Smith has had more off the field issues than Jalen Carter since getting here.
Speeding incident.
Like obviously Jalen Carter's had some on the field issues with the spitting and whatnot. But
I guess it was like that Target thing. Who knows how legit that was. But regardless, like I don't get the sense that Jalen Carter is such a red flag that they're like, can we pay this guy? I honestly think the bigger concern is like, is he worth $115 million guaranteed?
Probably more than that.
Yeah. And that's,
I guess with the 105, but that was only a 3 year. Like, I guess they could do that.
Yeah. So if I'm the Eagles, do I definitely want to pay him $35 million a year? Like, I guess I would because it's just money and you can figure it out, blah, blah, blah.
Well, and they also have guys like, what's Quinn Young going to get? What's Cooper going to get? Like they have guys.
The real issue is here. They gave Jordan Davis way too much money, in my opinion. Now, Jordan Davis, I heard Joe DeCamera say this. He's like, Jordan Davis will never be the best defensive player in football. And he's probably right. You can say that about almost every player. I do think Jordan Davis has a chance to be, if he can pass rush, he instantly becomes, but he's never done it in his life. So I think it's fair.
He's been better at it.
He's been better at it.
He's improved.
But even last year, I think the reason we view him as having such a great year is because he was in great shape. He was a leader. He was a very good player. He had the block, but like he was not great as a pass rusher. Like he improved, but he was not great at it. I think the bigger concern with Jalen Carter is like, is he really worth the money they're going to have to pay him? And I think we get lost in this sometimes. The benefit of paying somebody early is you get them cheaper. Like that's the benefit, right? Like if my contract with WIP, if I want to renegotiate, 6 months early or whatever, but I say to them, I'll take whatever percent less than if I wait, like that's the sell to them, right? Like pay me now, but I'll take less than I would when this is all over. If you're giving Jalen Carter more money than Jeffrey Simmons, where's the discount for them? Like why do it? Just to make him feel good? Like,
well, because he's worth the money is the point. Like,
but my point is,
but the point is you said, why do it? It's you believe he's worth the money.
You believe he could be, like, if you're going to pay him as the highest paid defensive
I think
tackle,
most people think Jalen Carter could be the best defensive tackle.
Agreed. But a key part of that to me is could be. He is not
right,
yet.
But my point is, you said, why would you pay him that? It's because they believe it. If they paid him, it's because they believe he could be that or will be that is the point. You're saying, why would you do it? If they did it, it's because that's why.
No, I know, but ideally you don't want to pay people what they're worth as a company.
But you're in too deep. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, the guy's worth what he's worth. You know what I mean?
Well,
like Quinyon Mitchell next year will get the most a cornerback, or like he'll be one of the highest paid cornerbacks.
But I
in the
think
league.
the difference between Quinyon and Jalen Carter is Quinyon has been elite from essentially the second he stepped on the field for 2 full seasons. Jalen Carter's had 3 seasons.
Right, but the point is this is what happens with these guys. Jeffrey Simmons wasn't elite every single snap he played on a football field. You know what I mean?
But the point I'm making is if you're the Eagles,
Jordan Davis got paid off of 1 year, really. You know, like
and that's the downside of waiting, right? The downside of waiting is this guy.
My point though is they couldn't have paid Jalen Carter before this offseason, and he has already done enough in his career where he's in that echelon. So like there's no option. They couldn't have paid him, or there's nothing they could other than maybe pay him before Jeffrey Simmons and you get him for 105 and Jeffrey goes for more or whatever. But like other than we're only talking a little bit there. I think that's the only thing they could have done.
But he's only worth what someone's willing to pay him.
Sure.
And it seems like, and this is just one team, but the Cleveland Browns had no interest in him. Like,
but that's one team.
It is.
If he's and that's also a trade. If he's a free agent, that's them trading Myles Garrett and wanting certainty. Maybe they wanted a D end instead. An edge rusher.
I would be surprised if there is a team out there willing to pay him more than the Eagles are willing to pay him. Because put yourself in a GM shoes, right? Drew Rosenhaus, who's Jalen Carter's agent.
I think you're wrong about this because it's all about how much money. If we see teams every offseason, the Raiders just did it. Teams who have a bunch of money will spend it. And there might be a team that's like, hell yeah, let's get that dude who is a superstar talent player and he can completely change our defense. Like, a team could think that way.
But I think with Jalen Carter, the difference is he was off teams' draft boards 3 years ago.
But he's also played in the NFL for 3 years.
Agreed. But if you're a GM or Drew Rosenhaus calls you and goes like, Howie's not willing to pay us what we want, would you? Wouldn't you internally have a meeting and be like, why are the Eagles not paying this guy?
But my point is there are 32 NFL teams. I bet you one of them would pay Jalen Carter.
Maybe. But I just think if you have to pay him 100% of what he is worth right now, I'd rather just do it next offseason.
But then that's going to be what he's worth is whatever contracts have been decided on. The point is, right now, Jeffrey Simmons is the mark. It's not that bad. Like we were talking about 150. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, though, what if someone else gets paid and someone else gets paid and all of a sudden that number's 135 by next offseason? Do you know what I mean? Like to your point about paying early, this is the earliest they can pay him.
Agreed.
So if they believe in Jalen Carter and they believe that now's the time to do it.
So this might not be the best analogy and let me know, but it's a little bit like if you're buying a car for a cross country trip, right? And the car that you're going to buy is, let's say $30,000, which is what is like top value. You're not getting a deal. And they say to you like, I think this car could definitely get you there. Like, I think it could definitely get you there. Or you could pay in a year once the car trip is completed, $40,000, but like, that the car got you there because the trip is completed, right? Like, I just think there's a little bit of,
I don't get it.
What I'm saying is paying.
I get the analogy. I just don't think it's
not a great analogy.
It's not a great, but you see the point I'm making that paying once you know what it is
right,
worth
but
it.
I get it, but you're making 2 points. You're saying you pay early to get the discount.
But the car might not get you there, and then the car's not worth it.
But you're talking out both sides of your mouth. Like, what do you believe? Do you believe they should pay players early, or you believe they should wait until they know what they are?
I'm saying if you get a discount, you pay them early. If you don't get a discount, then pay them later.
But they could have gotten a discount if they paid him before Jeffrey Simmons. If they paid him before training camp and all that, they would have gotten him at a discount for what Jeffrey Simmons was about to get, theoretically.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know, right?
We don't know, but it is possible at least.
The other thing I'll say is, in terms of like maybe to move the conversation forward, is like, I'm not going to think that they're definitely not paying Jalen Carter until honestly, maybe week 1. And even then, like, I think you could talk to me like into training camp, but if they pay Jalen Carter 2 days before training camp, like, then this was all for naught. Right. And I think another important note here is I don't know for sure, but if they're willing to give him 60 million guaranteed, which I know is obviously way less than 100, I mean, that speaks to a certain degree, like if you're willing to give someone $60 million, obviously you think highly enough of them, like if he was such a big problem and like all that, they would be like, we're just not paying you. I think they're willing to pay him something. It's just coming to the negotiation table and figuring it out. And I also think it does behoove Jalen Carter a little bit to cash in, right? Like if someone's offering you just to pick a number, $70 million in cash, sure, you can bet on yourself and it could work out. Or it could not. Like he could.
Well, that's the point of trying to do it. That's the whole point.
So I think my main takeaway from all this is not that the Eagles don't love Jalen Carter, is that the Eagles clearly are driving a tough bargain. And I think as fans, people should appreciate that.
I agree with that. Yeah. I have no problem. I agree with all of that.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's been in the building. Yeah. Like he was at the Art Museum steps, whatever that's worth.
Well, the Eagles know him better than anybody else.
Yeah. I think
they're going to sign him.
I think they're going to pay him.
I do too.
And also, ultimately, as fans, does it truly matter if they pay him this year or next year?
No. I would pay him now. like personally, I would pay him now. Like again, this is with the knowledge that I'm not in that building and I don't know
of
him.
what we know.
Of what we know and the way they have seemingly handled him.
Let me ask you this. Would you give him exactly what Jeffrey Simmons got?
I would give him exactly what Jeffrey Simmons
got.
I think he's well, I don't think he is younger than Jeffrey.
He's like 4 years younger.
Yeah, like significantly younger. And I think he's just as good a football player and has the chance to be better.
Now, Jeffrey Simmons, great.
Yeah. That's why I said just as good. I'm not saying he's like clearly better. I think Jeffrey Simmons is awesome too. But I don't think Jeffrey Simmons is like noticeably that much better than Jalen Carter is best. Now the question is, what Jalen Carter are we getting?
I think that's the true question. That's the true question.
I really believe that with a full off season, getting the shoulders, like I think like we'll find out. But my bet, why I would bet on him, why I would pay him, is I think we're going to get a. Now again, you also have to assess. We don't know what type like this. We've talked about. It's the guy whose Twitter handle is Breadman. You know, like he's someone who wants to get paid.
How's he going to react?
How does he react? There's so many layers to this and factors. So like and again, that's the Eagles in the room, knowing the guy, knowing how he works, knowing how he goes about his business, would have a much better feel for once he gets paid what kind of jam.
I guess the difference between me and you on this is just I'm okay paying a premium next year. Like I'm not advocating trade Jalen Carter. Like
you're all right to be sure about it, and I get that. I'm not super against it. Like this is not one of those things where I'm like pounding the table for my take. Like I think there's merit to both things.
Yeah, I don't feel strongly to pay him.
Yeah,
but I also am not like trade him. Right.
Yeah.
Now the trade thing. We'll talk about that quickly. I mean, if the team is willing to give you, let's say,
so it's for reference sake, and I don't know how accurate this is, but the trade that
this was a mock trade.
The mock trade exactly that they put up was essentially a 27 first, a 28 first, and a 27 third, which is a big haul.
I mean, I would consider that.
That's a massive
That's
haul.
not even a
now with that trade, it's to the Niners, so you got to factor that. I mean, I'm not saying you don't do it, but you definitely think
it's something to think about. I mean, there's not a single player on the roster besides maybe Jalen Hurts that I would. I mean, not 2 first and a third. I would listen. Have 5 first-round picks.
You've got my attention. You know, I'm listening.
And as good as Jalen Carter is, and I felt this, we talked about with Micah Parsons. Like, I just don't love paying a non-quarterback like an elite.
Well, especially when they get hurt. I mean, like Micah Parsons is hurt. You know, like
Micah Parsons might be done. Like, who knows? He's going to miss half this year.
Half the year.
By the way, that's a league, not a league rule. The Packers policy is if you tear your ACL, they don't play you X amount of time before that.
Wow.
Apparently.
I kind of
respect it too.
I was just about to say, I kind of respect the hell out of that.
I'm a little surprised the NFL.
I'm shocked by it. I'm shocked. Like,
I guess you still get paid, so it doesn't matter.
But like, respect.
I know, I agree. Yeah. But God forbid, let's say they make Jalen.
No, I know. Yeah.
Like if you could say on one hand,
it's not like he hasn't had injury issues already.
On his shoulders.
No, it's
if one
tough.
door is 2 first-round picks and $35 million, and the other door is Jalen Carter. Like,
no, I know.
I think Moro Jomo is pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
But that is the level it would take. Like, unless there's things happening we're completely unaware of, like. I'm not trading him for 1 first.
I totally agree with you. A first and a third or whatever.
It's like 2 first is where I'm like.
I agree.
I mean, I might trade DeVonta for 2 first. You know, like So I'm with you on that.
It's a fascinating situation though, because it is it's one of the all-time super talent, has these off the field issues, not necessarily here, but these things that have happened.
Yeah, sometimes
on the field
specifically.
I agree. I'm just saying, like it's one of the all-time. There are a lot of angles to like Quinyon Mitchell next year. It's like there's no discussion. Like assuming Quinyon is this year what he's been the first 2 years of his career, it's like all right. You pay the guy.
Yeah.
He's a perfect teammate. He's never said one word out of turn or anything like that. Like shows up, he does his job, he kicks ass.
It would be a bad look if they really drove.
That's what I mean.
It's their responsibility to drive somewhat of a bargain or, a negotiation. But yes.
But the point being that like there's no questions. Like Jalen Carter is a fascinating one because the talent, the ability is so high, but there are all these questions in terms of the on the field actions, the spitting, the attitude. There's so many things. It's a really fascinating.
The inconsistency, the effort,
and totally.
I've been thinking about this recently. Is there a world where you would pay Tariq Woolen over Cooper next year?
Sure. I mean, I'm just wondering. I'm not sure on that. I've just been thinking about it. I would lean. You're saying, is there a world, right? Like, I would say right now it's like 95.5 that I would pay Cooper.
Right.
But like if Tariq Woolen comes in and is a model citizen
and it's like unbelievable
and it kicks ass on the outside, like I'd have to at least think about it, because you're not signing all 3 for
Cooper
sure.
Ultimately
is a slot corner.
And now he's important to the defense. He's
now according to Richie thinks he's more important to the defense than Quinyon, which like because of all that he's asked to do. So like I don't know.
Argument to be made.
That's what I mean. Like I'm not saying it like I'm saying it's who knows, like So I can't see. I think it's highly unlikely I would get to that point where I would want to pay him over Coop. But I have to leave up the possibility. Sure.
Yeah. What about last one, then the wedding thing? Would you rather pay Tariq Woolen and Moro Jomo or just Jalen Carter?
I mean, we haven't seen.
I know. I'm just curious where you would.
I mean, right now, Jalen Carter, but I have to see Riq Woolen play.
Yeah. People are excited about Riq Woolen.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. It's going to be something else. Like the first knucklehead thing he does, if he's awesome, and then it's going to be pretty entertaining.
I think there's a chance he builds up enough equity.
That's what I'm saying. If he's like awesome and then does a knucklehead,
who cares? But if he sucks and does a knucklehead thing, it's like get him off the field.
Yeah. Play the 32-year-old.
Who would that be?
Jones, right?
Oh yeah. He's bigger in person than I thought.
He's got a career. I mean, it's like a nice fourth guy. All right, let's get to the wedding because you and I sat here and you were like, AJ's going to be there. I'm like, Jalen's going to be there. We're both like, we're probably not both going to be there.
It seems like they were both there.
They were both. I mean, Jalen was there for sure.
Jalen was 1,000%.
We know Jalen was there. The pictures have been on People Magazine. They've been all out.
Yeah.
And what a gorgeous foursome. I mean, the DeVonta and his wife and Jalen and his wife together. It's like, wow,
for sure.
You are beautiful human beings. Congratulations on all
the wedding looked awesome.
Congratulations on living a wonderful life.
Got married at Disney World.
Yeah. Wouldn't be my choice, but I respect it.
Yeah,
I respect it.
Seemed beautiful.
I mean, less tacky than MSG.
Agreed. I'm out on MSG. I don't know. You're preaching to the choir on that one, but I'm sure it'll be a beautiful wedding.
Sure. If they actually get married there, that's the new.
Yeah,
I enjoy that. I don't think that's true.
Don't think they
but
will.
I enjoy that.
Well, there's like a tent outside of her house in Rhode Island. Yeah. Blake Lively got invited, which I'm a little surprised about.
I thought they were friends.
They were, but then there was like a whole lawsuit thing and
with the Justin Baldwin.
Yeah,
what did that have to do with Taylor?
Well, Taylor got pulled into it. I'm pretty sure because like there were text messages between Blake Lively and Taylor that were used, and
so they're still friends, I would think.
Right? No, like they were like according to the gossip magazines, they were like not friends for a while. But I think it's actually a good analogy in some ways of like AJ just should have invited Jalen.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah, like even if you were a friend that got in a fight recently, if it's been one of your best friends for years,
it's gonna last forever.
Exactly.
Like I have friends like that where and I told them, I'm like, you should not do this. Like, we have a buddy who like they got in a fight, it was a thing, and I was like, this is forever.
I agree
like,
with you.
If you don't invite him to your wedding, like forever, it will be that you didn't invite him to your wedding, and that will always be there, and it's always been there.
I agree with you on that. So there was a picture of the whole crowd, and it looks like AJ is there. Now it's not surprising me because I think AJ's wife. Yeah, wife.
And Devontae's wife
are close. So like I could picture Devonta's wife being like, oh, whatever dumb football drama you have going on. Like,
I'm going to this wedding.
Yeah, like, right. So, but I also do think in all seriousness, look, clearly I wasn't there. I just think if they truly hated each other to a point where it was super, super tense,
they wouldn't be in the room together.
Yeah,
that was the whole point.
I think DeVonta would have had to pick.
I agree.
So I think as with most things, and I'm guilty of this too, we go to one side or the other.
Well, maybe AJ being gone probably helps too. There's less pressure on the two than the relationship.
I would think it'd be awkward because they both acknowledge publicly.
But also it would be awkward, but also there's no pressure on it anymore. It's not like they're like everyone's gonna care about it.
Like move past
all of a sudden it's like our relationship isn't the most important thing in the city.
You're right. So it seemed like AJ was there. There was no pictures posted of him yet. I would imagine.
I don't know for sure, but Jalen was there.
Jalen was definitely there. Did you see the video of Jalen dancing?
No.
Jalen dancing.
Was he good?
Yeah, I mean it was like literally half a second.
I'm sure he can dance.
Yeah, but it was just I give him credit. Like I think we talk about
busted out of his shell.
Like as much as I just, as much as like we make it so one or the other, the truth is always in the middle. And like while Jalen could be more outgoing, blah, 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 he's not like a robot. Like I've seen him in the locker room be very like vocal and fun with teammates, So him dancing at the wedding I thought was very cool.
Love it.
Sean Bradley, the Temple product, was at AJ's wedding and Devonta's wedding.
Wow, seems like a great guy.
Props to him. Like, think about the impact you have to make on a human.
And like a practice squad for a couple years.
For like 2 years.
I guess he was on the team.
Yeah, he was on the team. Yeah. He was on the Super Bowl team in 22.
Was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Tucker.
That might have been the year he tore his ACL.
No, I know, but I think he was on the roster.
Either way, the point is he always seemed like a great guy. He must be a really likable guy.
For sure. To get invited, I think is a good sign.
Good job by Sean Bradley.
So I thought that was funny. But the wedding looked awesome. The pictures were cool. Jalen went no tie, which I think for a Florida wedding.
Bold, but good.
Well, I think Florida wedding, June.
I could see that.
I could see it.
Yeah, strong.
So anyway, I'm happy that they were both there.
Me too.
Makes me happy. If it is him in the picture.
Well, we have always rooted for friendship.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I want them to be friends.
I agree.
I would love to know if they talked, if there was a picture.
I would too, buddy.
Power move for both of them if they could post a picture. I think that would be
something else.
Now he's already gone.
Yeah, so it's over. But all right. I love it. Let's get to final thoughts, my friend.
All right. So I don't have like a big one. But I think So when you open the door for someone multiple times, I don't know if we've discussed this, like downstairs in our office.
Sure.
There's probably 4 doors on the way down here in our lobby. I should say.
In our lobby, there's
1,
like
2, 3. So 3 doors minimum.
3 doors minimum.
If the person's coming to the same floor.
Yeah.
But certainly 2 doors initially. One door.
2 doors downstairs and then
space,
another one upstairs.
And then another.
Yes.
Right. I think it's perfectly acceptable to only say thank you once.
Of course.
I think perfectly
Totally
acceptable.
agree.
That being said, the double thank you, I think teeters between extremely nice and then like a little awkward. That was my thought.
Okay, so I
think it's like extremely nice
so
gesture.
it's obviously there's a very similar thing. I think we see this a lot with the multiple sneezes.
Yes,
it's a very similar type of thing.
That I think is very clear. I only need
It's
one, maybe 2.
Well, I agree.
Because otherwise it starts to get awkward. And
Yes,
the person
bless
feels
you, bless
bad.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, I agree.
Yeah.
So the point is, I agree. I think it should be a similar. My point is, I think they should be seen similarly.
Right.
In
And
that
those
with the
doors
door,
are very close.
you don't need to say thank
Well,
you
here's the
twice to me.
question: do you, if you're doing one, do you do it after the first one or after the second one?
Well, that's
The
a good
first
question. Okay,
I think very
okay.
clear.
Here, I think you do have the first
We're
one.
talking about opening the door
Because
still, right?
I know, yes.
Okay,
Because usually though, like when someone, let's say I'm going in, 2 people, let's say you and I are going in, you open that first door for me, I'm going to get in, I'm going to get to that second door first and open that second door for you.
So you're going to sprint past the person.
Of course.
Unless
Well,
it
you're letting me
opens out.
You're
in.
in
I'm
already.
going in first. You're opening
Well,
the door
no,
for me,
no,
so I
no.
go in first and then I'm going to open it. I never use the wall thing.
But there's a difference between opening the door for somebody and holding the door. Like when I walk in, I'm just holding it behind me.
Oh, I got you.
So
I got
I'm
you.
still ahead of
Oh,
them.
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
a
I thought
push
you
and
were
not a
talking
pull, your
about. I thought you were
momentum's
talking
still
about
going forward.
Yeah, if you're
holding the-
pulling, you're
we were
right.
talking about actually being a gentleman. But
Well,
I'm kidding.
Well, I can't decide now. Like, is one
It's
considerably
the same
nicer? I
difference.
don't know.
I mean, yes, you're holding the door and letting them go first. So
A
it is
really nice
nicer.
door gesture I do is at the gym, if there's like 4 or 5 people on the elevator, I'll open the door, wait for everybody to walk through. But then I can't decide if I'm being a little bit of like, okay, bro, we get it.
Yeah, I think it's always nice. I always
Yeah.
appreciate.
But then
nice,
everyone goes like, thank you.
nice gestures when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. So I think one thank you is fine.
Okay.
Is my ultimate
I
decision
agree.
on
I think
doors.
across the board, like
And
unless
the
it's
second
something
one,
like
again,
over the
it's
top.
nice, but it also gets a little awkward.
I don't disagree.
Okay.
I agree with you in these type of scenarios, any that apply.
Yeah.
I concur. Okay.
So what movie did you rewatch?
I
No,
did,
just kidding.
but I'm actually using it as a way to make a different point.
Okay.
So 44, not too old to change, man.
Okay, this is an age thing.
Well,
not
it's
a name
more
of not a
it's
name of
more
a movie.
that
You're talking about the age. You're not talking about like a movie.
No, I'm
named
going to talk
44.
about a movie, but
Okay.
in relation to the fact that like I am finding myself open to new things in a way that I have not been in my lifetime. Like I had a rigidity about the way I thought about
Good
things, about
use
the
of
way
the
I
word.
did things. And I'm really breaking out of that. And it's really exciting. And it's really just this is like the all-time like duh,
Yeah.
to use a word you used before it filed up, but like trying new things is awesome. Honestly, I know it's hard. We love to like, but
Yeah.
like so it started with reading that. You remember I read that book about
the
baseball
ship.
labor.
Okay, never mind.
Remember I taught Tucker remembers because he was on IOP stuff, but I read the baseball labor book about
Oh, maybe
that-
you didn't say it on this.
I taught it's called The Lords of the Realm, basically about the history of baseball labor negotiations and
This
all
was
that.
a while ago.
So it was the first nonfiction book I had read in
Yeah.
years. I was Mr. Fiction guy and all that. And it was.
Yeah.
And I've been reading movie
That's
books.
what they
since.
called you around the office.
Should we
Mr.
get
Fiction.
guy.
Should we get back
Mr.
into the
Fiction
book
guy,
thing?
yeah. I've been reading movie books now. I've been watching documentaries. I've watched documentaries, but I'm choosing to.
Right.
I watched Summer of Soul this weekend. Have either of you seen Summer of Soul? It's
No.
Questlove's it won best documentary.
Yeah, about the
About Harlem Music Festival, Soul 1969. One of the best movies I've ever seen in my
Up
life.
your alley for what it's worth.
One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. You
Yeah.
love it. I mean, anyone would. It's a
Right.
great movie. It's basically just all these unbelievable Stevie Wonder and Sly and the Family Stone and Nina Simone, all these people, these performances interspersed with history and all these things. Like it's a year after Martin Luther King was killed, Malcolm X was killed around, like all these like things converging
Right.
on it. And the cool thing is that there was shot 50 years ago and the tape sat in a basement. The video sat in a basement for 50
it is
years. No
cool.
one ever saw it. It was like gone. And then it was this thing they found. So like amazing thing. But it was just an example of like opening myself up to new things. I'm doing it across the board. I'm eating better. I'm
happy to hear
I'm
that.
finding ways to like, do more exercise when I can.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
I'm really trying
No, this
to
is if you seem
to
reborn.
be better.
Honestly, yeah.
And it's been great. Like I'm so
what
I just
exercises are you doing?
so that's
Small
the thing.
things, baby steps.
Well, what I'm trying to do, and I've talked to lots of people about this, but like trying to do like real life exercise. Like so, like
Yeah.
I used to like always try and carry all my stuff up the stairs because I want to take multiple trips. Now I'm taking like 3 trips to carry stuff. I'm like,
let
me take the extra. I play with Zoe every day. I've been like, let's play one of the games where I run around a lot. I'm trying to like get exercise into my everyday life.
Going up steps is always hard.
Dude, I go up the steps all the time now, up and down, like on purpose. Like it's a way of doing exercise. Like,
well, I'm happy to hear this. Number one.
So in general, like new things can be invigorating.
I'm with you on this. Yeah. So I do think it's an age thing for sure. I think like,
but I think you don't normally get set in your ways.
Yes.
I'm surprised that this is. I'm honestly surprised that I'm feeling this.
Me and my sister have a joke where it's like if we find something new, it becomes like our whole personality. Yeah. Right. So like,
I'm a rabbit hole guy.
Yes.
And that's part of my ADHD thing where like, if I find something, I will, that's why I'm reading all these movies because I'm like Mr. Movies because I love going down these holes and stuff. I'm just going down new ones, which I never would before.
I have a very addictive personality
so do I,
where, you know, like I watched a documentary recently about like the soccer league and I always mispronounce the word, the Favelas, is it called in Brazil? It's like I actually almost watched the movie.
You talking about the noise things?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like Vuvuzela.
That's
South Africa.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It's like it's the communities up in the hills of
okay,
Rio.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what to say.
What's the movie you always tell me to watch?
Oh, City of God.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. Yeah. I literally almost watched it. I was so into this.
It'd be so cool.
I didn't, but I got close to it. Right. So
it's really great to know that you almost watched it.
So like I found out
like that's a win.
I found out about this soccer league where it's like they play in a cage and like I'm like desperate. I followed like 5 Instagram accounts. Like I'm trying to find these jerseys more than anything in my life. Like, so I do think there is something exciting when you learn something new and you allow yourself to have a new hobby.
I agree.
It's just very like fun and it feels so like fresh and it's
fresh
like,
and new.
Yes,
that's the way I felt. I felt fresh and new in a way I haven't in a long time.
Now a downside of it is when I get into something, I run it into the ground.
Yes.
Like you mean like I will be like, I'll find a gym class I like and I'll do it 5 days a week.
So I'm trying to jump from thing to thing. So that's another thing I've been doing. I've been listening to albums again, which I haven't done in so long.
Like records or something?
Yeah, like on Apple Music.
iPod.
But my point being that like I used to like I had like mixes like 500 I played my mix 500 songs like this. I love eclectic music. Oh, this mix that. Now I'm like, oh, like let me listen to all of 36 Chambers. Let me listen to all of Stankonia. Let me listen to Prince 1999, the whole album. Like, and I've been listening. It's like, oh my god, yeah, they make. I forgot. I grew up with albums, but they're put together for a reason. Like things flow together. It makes sense and all that. So it's like. I've been trying to be like, so like, for example, I listened to 36 Chambers because of the Wu-Tang performance in the NBA finals. I was like, oh my God, I love Wu-Tang. I forgot how much I love Wu-Tang. Let me listen. I was like, oh my God, forgot. It's the greatest album
it was
all
on
time.
In the car when we drove to the radio show.
Right. And then I was like, let me think about other, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard this in so long. I never really gave that one a great effort. And I've been jumping. That was like, oh, I'm really into like bouncy stuff. Like Stankonia. It's such a bouncy album. It's like you're moving around with it. You're dancing, whatever.
Right.
It's like, oh, Prince, Marvin Gaye, this and that. And I'm going down these holes like where I'm like trying to bounce like with movies. I'm trying to like, I was saw Disclosure Day in theaters. I'm like Lincoln. I'm gonna watch Lincoln. I'm gonna watch Bridge of Spies. I'm doing Spielberg stuff. I try to like follow them and like use one to jump into another so that I don't get too bogged down in one area.
Well, the other thing I think too is like the hesitation to try new things. When you try it, I feel very accomplished. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it does feel like I'm doing something.
Saying yes to something I would normally say no to. Like honestly, the pickleball tournament.
Sure.
Right. Like I'm gonna go do that. Like when I hosted the Milata thing, like I was like initially I should say no, and then I tried it. So I think there is something fun about when you say yes to something new and then you do it. Like there's a sense of accomplishment and a sense of like that was exciting. I've never experienced it.
Yeah. So
I agree. I'm in on it.
I love it. It's been a really
go around the art museum.
I'm having a great few months. Yeah. I'm feeling really happy.
I'm glad to hear it.
We should. Beautiful thing.
We should run the art museum.
We should.
Steps.
I'm in. I would love that.
Do it 10 times.
Yeah, but one time. I will do it one time.
You can do it 10 times.
I'm in.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back later in the week. Before the Eagles, we'll figure some more stuff to talk about. Probably.
It's going to be a short month, but a long one.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And we'll be back later in the week. Until then, he's Item James.